Yeah, peace, family. Black Jesus checking in, the ambassador to the streets, and I'm back to drop more jewels about the music business. R.B.I, real business information, music biz one-on-one, family. This particular video right here, I'm gonna be talking about AM, FM radio, the do's and don'ts, the pros, the cons, the scams, and how to protect yourself in dealing with radio, and also how to get paid from actual FM radio and internet radio. We're gonna start off this video by breaking down the two different types of radio, which is no, really the three different types of radio. Now, you have the online radio, the internet radio. You got AM radio, and you have FM radio. Now, the online is just what it is. Online radio, you have a whole plethora of internet radio that's out, and it's a good thing for artists because independent is a new major. You also have FM radio. Now, FM radio is the frequency modulation of a wave. That wave of frequency of the modulation is going to the carrier in order for us to receive whatever wave that is coming from that radio station to our car, to our radio, however we listen to the music. Now, with AM radio is called amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation for AM and FM is frequency modulation. But anyway, they take this frequency, you take the amplitude, you turn them into waves. It goes to the tower. They bang it and we get it, and we listen to it in our car, boom box, whatever. You know what I'm saying, old school. But however, so now what's happening is you have the internet radio that's coming out now, and they are actually using the initials of the FM and the word power in order to make their station larger than life, bigger than their competition. But also is used to scam the artists to get money out of us who's on this journey that's looking for radio. Because if you're not approved by the FCC, if you don't have certain codes and you didn't do the actual the line, the journey, the road, the business that it took to with the FCC to get what you need done as far as your radio is concerned, then that station is not FM radio, and they're really scamming because you cannot use those initials if you're not properly properly attached to the FCC. Well, let me say that as we move forward in this video. So we talked about three different types of radio: the online, the AM, the FM. We broke them down from the frequency modulation to the amplitude modulation. Now, the internet radio, we discussed that a lot of times they're using these initials with the FM in order to make their station larger than life, and also to scam from to take money from the artist or whatever the case may be. So definitely do your homework, your due diligence. Go to radiotracker.com, digitalradiotracker.com. These stations need to be licensed in order for you to receive your money, your royalties for the songs that you put in. So every time they play your song, they're supposed to be licensed to play it. The proper entities, they are paying attention to these stations, and they make sure that when you do your homework on the back end with your paperwork, that they pick up that your song is being played, and with your sound exchange, your pro and everything like that, they make sure that your coins are going to the right place. Now, as far as the real FM radio is concerned, it is called terrestrial radio, FM radio, terrestrial radio, and they cannot charge listeners to listen to their radio, and they cannot charge the artists to put the music on the station. That is called payola, and it is illegal for them to do that. So you want to make sure that, and also too, before I move forward, the only way that the terrestrial or the FM radio station or the big bar radio station get paid is through their ads, through sponsors, through commercials, things like that, in order to get going. But they cannot charge a listener to listen, and they cannot charge you as an artist to pay to get on their station. So if you have done it, or if you're doing it, it's illegal. And if that's the way that you want to operate, then so be it. That's your business. But we putting it out here right now that it is illegal, and it's called payola. Now, if you want to move forward and you want to make sure that your music is going to the right places, and it is getting played, and everything is getting done, is going to the proper places, your money that you're doing, go to digitalradiotracker.com, and every radio station that's out should be with this particular site, so you'll know that they are registered and everything is legit. So watch out for these spam radio stations, y'all. These internet radio stations that's using the FM initials, that's using the word power and all of this in order to make their station larger than life. And if you are paying attention to this video and you have a station that's using these words, we want to make sure that, you know, this is a fair game for everybody. We want to make sure that the smart ones know what's going on. So, you know, want to make sure that even if you're using those words, that to make sure that the artist is getting what they need to get out of the situation, and also to know, if you didn't know, that we coming live in this video right now to tell you that the FM initial on your station is not right if it's not with the FCC, and it's getting the right modularization, excuse me, for messing up the words, but you definitely understand what I'm saying. It got to be a certain frequency to be FCC, to be AM or FM. So if it's internet, it's just internet radio. And the thing about that is, you want to have your ducks in a row, so when you get played through these radio stations, that they are paying dues from their ads or whatever in order to pay you to get your money back. So handle your business right, family. Don't be scammed out here with these internet FM radio stations, because it's just that. It's just like a Gmail account coming from a record label. So, you know, just be careful, y'all. They scamming us. They taking our money. There's so much stuff going on out here that you got to be aware. Be reactive. No, excuse me. Be proactive and not reactive. Always be ahead of the game. So want to drop this video right here, dropping jewels, AM, FM radio, the difference in the two, internet radio, the different types, ways to get paid, and watching out for the scams that's coming down the pipeline. So this was a really important video. Had to drop jewels right here, man. AM, FM, the difference in between. Watch out for the scams, how to get paid off both, and understanding what payola is. So y'all grind right out there, family. You can't pay your way through this thing. You got to do it right. But we will say in this video that independent is the new major. Internet radio is the way for all the stations that's out there. They're doing it the right way. Salute to y'all. Y'all keep it going, man, for artists like me that's really out here doing it. But to y'all scamming ass people, man, we putting a spotlight on you. So if you see an internet radio with the word FM behind it is not real, go to digitalradiotracker.com to track that radio station, because they supposed to be licensed in order to play our music. So is the DJ supposed to be licensed to play our music, and so is the venue that we performing in supposed to be licensed to play our music. So all these people out there just taking from us and not doing what they supposed to do on their end to make sure that we get our coins back in return when we have our ducks in a row and throw our stuff into the pro. Then we want to make sure that we are putting a light on y'all, man, to make sure that we get y'all out of the way so we can get with real people that's trying to help real artists. Y'all like this video? Let's tap into this video, man. Shout out CMG, you know what I'm saying? AM, FM radio, y'all. Real radio, scam radio, payola, and how to get paid out of this thing, man. Until the next video, the ambassador to the streets, Black Jesus, gone.